We want money, we want things, we want possessions, but we won't change how we think. We point the finger at everyone who are around us for what they don't do versus what we can do, and we don't appreciate who we are. What we have to get back to doing is actually going to God, loving God for who He is. Sometimes as God's children, we get upset with God because we want God to bless us the way we want God to bless us. We have instructions as if we are a toy that must be assembled. Am I boring you guys? I'm just trying to take my time and just talk for a minute. Is that all right? I feel like Tevin Campbell right now. Can we talk for a minute?
All right, go ahead.
I just want to know your name. And so the society of this world will never be the same until we begin to kill and die down our self-pride. The reason being is that our pride has become the actual stretch of our destiny. It prolongs our future and where we will become. I told you that if we love knowledge, then we love instruction. Those who are waiting to get ahead are not people who are looking forward to the welfare line. People who want something out of life don't depend on the government. People who want something out of life don't depend on being on the government assistance for the next 30 years. When you want something out of life, you're not winging yourself off. You're believing God to replace this financial crisis in your life for a miracle. Am I talking to anybody? I guess I'm boring you guys here. And so what we must understand here is that real people don't depend on other people to take care of them. Real people depend on God to fulfill the need as I exceed my expectations. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying here? Which means that there is a place of growth in our life that we must adhere to. If we don't concur to the new levels of knowledge in our life that we receive, then everything that we receive is in vain.
Thank you, God.
Let me give you a few foundational scriptures. We've been talking about being a father. And a father is a carrier of awareness. I'm a father today, and I'm raising awareness to vest you with concern. I'm vesting you with the concern that your spiritual condition is not where it is as far as what God wants you to be. I'm raising spiritual awareness in your life to let you know that your relationship is lacking the devotion on your part. Some of you don't have a spiritual father in your life, and not having a spiritual father in your life, this is what has allowed you to have bad choices in your life. The effects of bad choices, the effects of a life of decision making that was very poorly. Because you didn't have someone in your ear that you can say, hey dad, hey spiritual father, hey pastor, I'm coming to you, I have a question for you. What do you think about me doing this? I think I can do it, but I'm not sure. And then a true father gives you wisdom. They impart wisdom and understanding in you, not jealous of you stealing your idea and then go talk about you. Come on somebody. True fathers don't talk against the children. True fathers build their children. True fathers don't tear down their children. They build their children. Why? Because I see where you're going. I see into your life. True fathers have to have insight and see into the lives of their children's future. If you can't see in my future, that there's something that you're lacking, which means you need to be fathered just as well as I. I have a spiritual father. Come on now. Because I have to be accountable. Me and your relationship should correlate as far as having interaction with one another. The interaction shouldn't be your handout 24/7. It should be, can you put some knowledge in me so I know how to eat? Come on now. True father's not going to keep on fishing for you. After a while, it was like, okay, you of age now. You can hold the pole now. You can hold this pole, this fishing pole. I'm going to show you how to fish, because if I keep on feeding you and fishing myself and providing for you, you will never learn the trade. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you with me. See, this is the pouring season. I'm going to pour into you how to make a living for yourself, so that the only reason I need to provide for you financially is the fact that I'm about to help you jumpstart your business or build upon your education. Am I talking too much for you or boring you guys? I told you I want to talk to you guys for a second. Let's take another perspective. John 4:20. Let's give you another point. John 4:20. That's the next point. You should write that down. This is the next point for you single ladies. If your man is not a worshiper, he's not your husband.
All right.
I ain't getting done right there, but Rashad. If your man is not a worshiper, he's not your husband. Now you can go ahead and pick him and marry him, but I guarantee you, if he's not a worshiper, we gonna have some issues.
Yes.
Why am I gonna have some issues, Apostle? It's because he doesn't put God first.
Right.
He puts himself first. And any man that doesn't have Christ has himself as an idol God.
You're saying something.
Are y'all hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm trying to give you some words of a father here. If he's not a worshiper. Now I know some men, you see the compassion in their hearts, they will do anything for anybody, but they have to be a worshiper. You must see him worshiping in the home. I dare you single ladies, whenever he come up to you and try to get your number and you give it to him because he's cute and he look good, his hair look good, his gears is all right, his car look good, ask this important question on the second or third date here. Ask him, are you a worshiper?
Yeah.
And if he don't know what you're talking about, keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
But if he's interested in worship, what you mean? Well, I don't even do church. Well, thank you. You just answered my question. I really thought we was going to go somewhere, but we can't build.
All right.
If we ain't building on God together.
That's right. That's good. That's good.
All right, let's go to another point here. Am I helping somebody here already? Let's look here. John 8. John 8:44. Ye are of your father, the devil. This is the people who don't want God, who don't do church. This is people that are not lovers of God. And the lust of your father ye will what? You will do. So you will do whatever your father, the devil, would do. So ask somebody in here, who is your father? Satan, it says here, he was a murderer. This is Jesus talking. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth. So any man that doesn't want truth, you will not be able to build with them. A man that doesn't like truth. Now I told you all, a person who despises instruction and knowledge is brutish, which is the other word for what? Okay, which means you don't need to be connected and trying to build a relationship because they don't like truth. You got to have somebody in your life that not only wants to hear the truth, receives the truth, and walks in truth, and will be truthful to the Father. If he's not truthful to himself, how would he be truthful to you? How would he be truthful to God? How will it benefit you if you got a lying, sorry man? Can I say it like that? Is it sinful to say it like that? If you got how many lying men have you dated? Come on now. What about the one you with now? Man, are you a liar? Some of you men in here lie. Just lie bad. I'm not going to look at you long because you might think if I look at you too long, man, that I'm talking about you individually. Now, what I'm saying is we have to be truth bearers.
Yes, sir.
How does it benefit you when you don't know if he going to the store or if he going to old girl's house?
Right.
He is following the knowledge of his father, who is Satan the devil. And he's following the lust of his father. How does it benefit you? Y'all quiet. Talk about the father here. Proverbs 15 and 5. Get that. I want you to see that. And I ain't even got to the important points yet here. And it's almost time for me to stop. Proverbs 15 and 5. Y'all have that? Some of y'all have yet. Proverbs 15:5. A fool despiseth his father's instruction. Somebody say that for me once again.
A fool despises his father's instruction.
Say it again.
A fool despises his father's instruction.
A fool what?
Despises his father's
A fool despiseth his father's instruction. You know what that means? That means you don't know how to be a son. You don't know how to be a daughter. You don't know how to be parented. How can you as a daughter or a son despise the instruction of a father? I'm not talking about a father as a pastor, because I'll tell you, I'm y'all's spiritual father, whether you know that or not. If you didn't know, you don't receive it. You don't have to receive it. I'm telling you, because I'm a father, I'm your dad. And me being your dad here on earth as a spiritual father, a spiritual leader, affects your true dad. Your relationship with him. I don't hear nobody talking back to me here. So I'm telling you, if you can't receive the instruction, this is why I can't hoop and get real excited. I want to make sure I'm talking directly to you. If you despise the teaching that a true father, I'm not talking about a father that you go to church and he's your spiritual leader, your father, your dad for you, and you go to that ministry and he's serving and giving you information, and all he's about is getting your money, and he's giving you the word to get your money. Or he's serving you to get something from you. Or he's preaching and giving you knowledge. Come on, somebody. Because let me just tell the truth. Because when I first started preaching, I played the piano good for women. Come on, somebody. I ain't saying much to be in here. I can shout about that myself. And I could get up out the bed with the woman, sleeping with her, and give her a word of wisdom. That's what not type of father I'm talking about. I'm talking about a father that will not give you the word with the motive. But the motive or the strings attached is to see you grow. Someone says to me the other day, I promise you, now I'm not rich at all. I can't do much for a lot of folk. Some stuff I can't do much for myself. But I do the best that I can do. So someone asked me, no, Salita, it was my daughter. I said somebody. I was like, okay, it's Salita, my daughter. She's like, Dad, I just need you to this from you. And I said, okay, and I gave it to her. And then she said, well, I'm gonna pay you back. I said, no, don't pay me back. Just grow. Just grow. That's all I said to her. No, don't pay me back. Just grow. That's all I need you to do. I just need you to mature. Because see, when you mature, then I've done my job. What means more to me is to see you mature and take this information and allow it to catapult you to the next level. That will give me more in this life than $1.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Because after I spend $1, I'm gonna need another $1 to pay for that $1, and then I'm gonna need another $1, another $1, and another $1, and another $1. Come on now.
That's right.
That means nothing. I can spend that. But what's so significant and so significant to me is to see what I've given, to see it grow and mature after its own kind, and reproduce. Because see, she grows, so she's going to force her son to grow, and then he's going to know how to be a son. So you got to know how to be a child. Y'all hear me? What I'm saying?
You got to know how to be a child.
You got to know how to be a child. And Jesus said very clearly, you won't be able to make it into the kingdom unless you have a what type of spirit? A childlike spirit. Meaning that he says, I know about my Father in heaven, but unless you know how to be a son or daughter, you will never make it into the kingdom, because you will despise the small stuff. So how you gonna ask God for the great big stuff if you can't even accept the word?